Are you constantly making continuity errors in your story or struggling to keep track of details? Then you've come to the right place, because today we're discussing how to maintain continuity in stories. Let's get started. Hey guys, Nour here and welcome back to my channel. For those visiting for the first time, hello! I'm the fantasy author of the novel Divinity Falling. Be sure to subscribe for weekly writing advice videos. So, maintaining continuity in your story is all about making sure that details are consistent from start to finish. And that's because any inconsistency can throw readers off and make your writing look immature. But maintaining continuity in your writing doesn't have to be hard. All you need to concentrate on are your characters, timelines and events, locations, and small but critical details that affect the plot. This might seem like a lot, but I promise it's not. Let's break it down. Characters. You don't want to say that a character has blue eyes in one scene and then brown eyes in another, or that they're born in June and then ignore their birthday when June comes along. Readers will definitely notice these mistakes, so you want to stay consistent. Create a cheat sheet of what characters look like, what they like and dislike, when they're born, and so on. Then refer to your notes as you write. And if you're writing a series, this is especially helpful because now you don't have to go back to previous books just to remember what you wrote down for each character. Timelines and events. Keep track of where you're at in the story's timeline because each scene should reflect the moving of time. Let's say the story takes place over a year. The weather and what characters wear must reflect the timeline. The best way to maintain continuity here and keep track of what's what is to create a general outline of the timeline. Now, this doesn't have to be super detailed. All you need to do is put a little note next to the main plot points to indicate when and where they take place. Something like, this scene at the morgue takes place at night in chilly October. The next scene takes place during Halloween. This way, you won't accidentally go from October to July in the span of 2 days. Locations. Just like your characters, locations have certain descriptions that you want to remain consistent. For example, if a building gets torn down in chapter 5, you don't want that building to be fine in chapter 6. Or let's say your main character has a computer on their desk. You don't want to then write a scene where her desk doesn't have a computer, unless her computer got moved to a different room, got stolen, or something along those lines. Remember, these location details create visuals inside your readers' minds, so any change can throw them off. Just like your character cheat sheet, you'll want to create one for locations. So keep track of what rooms and locations look like and any major changes that happen to them. Small but critical details that affect the plot. These are things that happen throughout the story that is important to remember. Like which character is in charge of an important item and when. Or maybe a character loses their phone at some point. So you don't want them answering a text they've received before they've even found their phone. I know things like that seem obvious, but we lose track of these details as we write. So you'll need another cheat sheet for them too. Simply jot down these important details to help you remember them later. Now, if you're not somebody who likes looking at your notes as you write because it disrupts your concentration, that's totally okay. You could totally refer to your notes in the editing stage. As long as you ensure all the details are consistent, you'll be fine. So that's all I have for you today. I'd love to know, do you struggle with maintaining continuity in your story, or does it come naturally to you? Let me know in the comments. If you're new to my channel, be sure to subscribe. I put out weekly writing advice videos that will take your story to the next level. Also, be sure to follow me on social media to see what I'm up to from day to day and to chat with me. And before we go, I just want to give a quick shout out to Sarah Frayne, Alan J. Early, and Noah Kovanti from my shout out tier over on Patreon, as well as all my amazing patrons. Thank you all so much for your support. I really appreciate you. And remember, Nour for president.